Matthew, the 7th chapter. Matthew, the 7th chapter. Matthew, the 7th chapter, the 1st to the 5th verse. Matthew, the 7th chapter, the 1st to the 5th verse.
Amen.
And immediately following that, turn with me to the book of Luke. Luke, the 2nd chapter, and the 49th verse. Matthew, the 7th chapter, the 1st to the 5th verse. Luke, the 2nd chapter, and the 49th verse.
Come on and preach now. Have to wake up.
And I will read John, the 8th chapter, and the 7th verse. That's Matthew, the 7th chapter, the 1st to the 5th verse. The Gospel of Luke, the 2nd chapter, and the 49th verse. The Gospel of John, the 8th chapter, and the 7th verse. When you have it, respond by looking up at me. Amen.
Amen.
Matthew, the 7th chapter, the 1st to the 5th verse, reading in concert, in unison together from the King James Version. Let us read. Judge not,
that ye be not judged, for with the measure ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with the measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thy own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
thou hypocrite. Thou hypocrite. Turn with me to Luke, the 2nd chapter. Luke, the 2nd chapter, and the 49th verse. And let us read. And he said unto them,
How is it that ye sought me? Would ye not that I must see about my Father's business?
the Gospel of John, the 8th chapter, and the 7th verse. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that without sin among you, let him cast the first stone. Let him cast the first stone. You may have your seats this morning. Thank God for the readers, hearers, and